if I know him. He's
Now,
failed.
fried rice? Bring the fried rice
has
on. I'll have
failed.
fried rice for breakfast.
He's failed every food test I've ever given.
Today.
No, not today. No, in life. I tell you, ever since he couldn't tell the
Because he
difference.
always sets it up for
He
failure.
couldn't tell the difference between non-dairy cream. That's non-dairy cream. He can't tell the difference between that and cream. I tried it. He couldn't pass it. He failed miserably. He could not tell the difference. He goes through all the big ice cream test we had over at Delmio that years ago.
Well, yeah, you give me three different tests, and they're all the same thing. How am I supposed to win on that?
Well,
Huh?
But,
Huh?
this is much better.
That's a great test. Talk to
three-
any empirical scientist, and you'll see that that's not the way to conduct an experiment.
Well, maybe not. But he's telling me
Maybe not.
He's telling me how great this is. Such a great ice cream. Ice cream A is wonderful, and the other two, they're not very good. So I put the two of my, I take the ice cream he says was the worst, put 3 scoops of that in 3 different bowls, and gave it to him. And he said, this is better than this. Was exactly out of the same package, and he could distinguish between them. And one of them was good, and one of them wasn't. The other was okay, but they were the same exact ice cream.
See,
Now,
and it's not a good test.
Well, no, but it's also
You've got to
not
at least have all 3 samples there for it to be a good test.
Well, maybe that may be true, but it also indicates that you could.
Because you're expecting a difference between the 3.
That's right, and you're expecting when I bring a green chili and egg and cheese burrito.
No egg. You didn't bring anything with egg in it.
green
There was
chili-
nothing with egg in it.
If I bring a bean and green chili burrito, you're expecting to not like it, and so you.
No,
you
I
don't
know
like
I won't like it because I don't like beans for breakfast. If I had to, if I was in the middle of the desert, and you walked up to me and said, "Hey, Jim, here's a bean and cheese burrito and green chilies for breakfast." Okay, I'm hungry. I'll eat it. I'll eat anything if I'm hungry enough. But if I have my druthers, I'd rather not.
Well, see, it's what I have to go.
See,
through
nobody
it.
can have an opinion
No.
other than Jay's.
Right. Exactly.
That's the problem. That's
Hey,
the whole problem.
Preach on, Brother Jim.
Yeah,
Preach
this
on.
is the whole problem here.
There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. It's just when it's
It's just that it's wrong.
opinion.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a stupid opinion, right?
And it's not. And that's not. And first of all, and here's the thing: you cannot say that is an opinion when somebody has 3 scoops of ice cream. in
Oh,
3
he's
bowls.
back to that thing again.
And they're exactly the same ice cream from the same package, same company, 3 different bowls, and he can tell the difference between each of these scoops. That's not a matter of an opinion. It says, well, okay, all right, here, Mike.
The test is negated because you didn't play
If
fair.
I give you 2...
That's right, you didn't play fair.
If I gave you 2 cups of Dr. Pepper,
Okay.
just poured one and poured another one, so close your eyes and drink these 2, and you said this is better than the other one, is that an opinion?
Yes. That's your view, so
But
to speak.
If your view is
It's an
stupid,
opinion. Nah. Why is it stupid? It's his opinion.
but
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, Jay. You
'Cause it
know what they
doesn't-
say about
Well,
opinion?
no, I mean, philosophically. Is that,
Oh,
how can How can
philosophically.
that be an opinion? How can it be a reasonable opinion when it's exactly the same thing?
See, this is what got you into trouble. Is this philosophical?
One, no.
Yeah.
Crap.
If here's the letter 1. Here's the numeral 1. Here's another numeral 1. 1 here, 1 there. And you can say, well, my opinion is that 1 is different than this 1. But if they're clearly exactly the same, how can you even call it an opinion?
But if you're presenting it as something that's different, then how can you say it's even valid?
Well, because and of course the opinion is based on what I would consider erroneous information. Now, of course,
Given
you could
by
say,
you.
No,
You
that's
set the
not-
person
no,
up
no,
to
no,
expect them.
That's what you
You
think.
set the person up
That's
to
what you-
expect that there's going to be two different things.
That's what you think. You
Well,
think it's, but
Again, my opinion, Jay,
but what
which I'm not
saying-
entitled to according to you.
But your opinion should be based on something reasonable, some kind of
Okay.
criteria, other than I'm just going to say it.
Ah.
And if you're talking about 3 scoops of ice cream in 3 different bowls from the same package, and you say
And you
that they're-
present it
that
as
they're
three
all
as different ice creams.
then that opinion.
You say,
has to
okay,
be-
here's 3 different ice creams. Which one's better? Oh, well, this one's better than that one. Oh, well, they're all the same. Oh, well, it's my mistake. I'm sorry. I was expecting 3 different kinds of ice
Well,
cream.
then
No,
doesn't
I'm
it
sorry.
give you some indication of what the value of your
See,
opinion?
this is how he wasted his college time, so that he can give stupid arguments like this to put down people who he just makes them feel stupid all the time. Because he can talk his way around and out of a hole anytime he
That's
wants
not
to.
true.
Everybody else
because
gets sick to
because
death of
it's
it.
philosophical.
That's not true.
Yes,
Everybody
it's
else
so
gets-
philosophical.
Everybody else gets sick to death of arguing with him, and that's how he wins.
Yeah, that's how he wins. They
There's
just go,
nothing
shut up,
philosophical."
Schober. You win, okay?
There's nothing
Fine.
philosophical about 3 scoops of ice cream, exactly the same out of a package.
You know, we got the St.
What-
Louis County Fair and Air show this week, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That's going on all weekend at the Spirit of St. Louis Airport. We've got the Clovis culture of North America. I don't know
What's
what
that?
that is. I have no idea. Maybe that was, that must be the name of the Indians that lived over there. The Clovis Indians?
Is that your opinion?
Yes, Jay, that's my opinion.
Just check it.
I'm reading and I'm making an opinion based on what I've just read.
Just
How's
check
that?
It. Just check it.
If it doesn't agree with his, you're wrong.
Yeah, I
how
know.
it's
That's
gonna
it.
be.
I don't have an
That's how it is.
opinion. You know why I don't have an opinion? Because I don't know enough information to have an opinion on that.
And on the subject of ice creams, too, apparently.
No, I don't have an opinion. My opinion is he doesn't know what he's talking about. My opinion is he makes subjective decisions, not based on the taste of the ice cream, but on some previous expectation that he had, which he just basically follows through with. When you expect something to be something, your mindset goes to it and basically makes it.
And nobody
Makes
else
the
acts
decision
that
for
way,
you.
do they?
What?
But me.
Well, not that.
If you
not
did that to
not
100
as
people, Jay,
blatantly
how
as you.
many out of the 100 would say one of them tastes better than the other? How many? How many? Every one.
No.
Every one of them. Every one, Mike.
That's right.
If you
You're
presented
right.
it as 3 different ice creams, every person that you give that test to is going to say, this one's better than that one. You can't disprove that to me.
It's sort of like the acid test where they give people acid and then they give other person a placebo.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they
And
get
they
off
act the
too.
same.
All right, look, what time is it? It's 6:30.
Right.
Okay. We're going to hold two of these Krispy Kremes out. Oh, no, you can't. We don't have any left.
See,
See,
this is what he learned in college again.
No, I didn't.
How to take stuff and
No.
skew it around so that
no.
it's screwed up and
Okay,
you
look.
can never win.
Okay, here's what we
because
do.
it's philosophical.
No. No. When Cletus comes in,
Oh, jeez.
we're going to take one of those donuts and cut it in 3 pieces. Close his eyes and ask him which one is best.
Okay.
Which one of these donuts is best?
Well, donuts is a little bit different because he knows he knows we only bring one kind of donut in.
No,
Jay.
we'll tell him. We'll say, look.
Yeah,
Well,
that's not.
see,
No,
you're
I don't
gonna
think
provide
that-
another
the,
false
The
basis.
test is not going to. Yeah. See, you're just.
No, listen, that's not true, Mike. The false basis argument's miserable. What we're doing
right, we'll
here,
try it.
I'm going to show
we'll
what'll
try it.
happen is he'll take it and say, there's no difference.
Well, we know he's
Exactly
not listening, so it's not going to
I know-
ruin
I know that.
the
So
test.
he's going to take 3 different bites in his donut. It'll be the same donut. He's going to say, no, it's exactly the same. I don't taste any difference at all. That's because,
But that's his opinion.
well, that's right.
But I think he'll say one of them's better
no,
than
he
the other.
won't. Because he'll not go by his previously ordained opinion, but rather by what he's actually tasting. If Jim had made his decision based on what he was actually tasting and not a preconception, I wouldn't be having this argument with him. But my point is, he's already goes in with a preconception that this ice cream is better than this one and better than this one.
You were
But
afraid
they're-
you were going to lose. That's
they're
why you
exactly-
put the same ice cream in
That's
all
right.
3
That's
bowls.
right. He
You
wanted
were
to
gonna
make
lose.
sure that I made a fool out of myself. That's exactly why he did it. And it worked. It worked just fine. I did.
Jim,
I made a complete idiot out of myself. Over ice cream. Oh, you lose. They're all the same, huh?
But you're like 80
You're
or
an
90%
idiot. Yeah, I
of-
know, that's
you're
great.
like 80 or 90% of the population
That's-
would have
that's
done
been-
the same thing that you.
I know it. I know it. I'm absolutely right. I'm absolutely right.
Preconception may have something to do with opinion. That's fine.
my intention was never to make an idiot of you.
Well, it worked.
It didn't. No, I did. It was all. It was. We all loved you, Jim. We were not to make it.
You hate me. You guys all hate me. I
was- it wasn't
try
just
and
me.
do nice things for people.
was
I
just-
don't hurt anybody.
I think it was just.
I pet dogs. I don't kick dogs. I save kitty
I
cats
gotta
and bring them
shoot
home and feed them
I
and
know
stuff.
you did.
And
Okay.
you still hate me.
Go ahead, Jay. Shoot him.
It was only Amparo and Blanca, I think, that were there at the time, and that was it. Just a couple of people.
Yeah, how come you didn't do the test for them, Jay?
Now there's a
Well,
good question.
Huh?
They weren't the
Why
ones
just me?
They weren't involved in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You were the one that was making the claim that
Right.
you could obviously tell the difference.
Yeah, if that's because if you'd have done it with them, they'd have done the same thing. Well, this one's better.
I'll bet you anything that Cletus says will say tastes exactly the same to me.
Okay. We'll see, Jay.
Now, have you ever been to the mall where they do the surveys occasionally and you'll drink 7-Up and then maybe Sierra Mist or one of the other
No.
comparative drinks? I can't tell the difference. And they don't like to talk to me after that because I'm supposed to say one is better than the other. And to me, I can't tell the difference.
Well, they should have Jim. He'll be happy. He'll tell you.
I'll be happy
one's
to tell
better
him
than
which
the
one's
other,
better.
even if it's the
Even
same
if it's the
thing.
same thing.
Well,
sure.
then I would take his word for it. Because he's not lying. He's just giving me his view of what,
Of what I
the
just
product
tasted.
tastes like.
But would you want to predicate some kind of marketing on somebody who told you that
On one person.
No.
Yeah, there's a good idea. Let's market this
here.
because Finley says it's good.
Well, okay, well here.
Well, good. Thank God Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't the test market subject.
Here's a marketing and production and distribution, whatever, and sales question.
This is exciting radio.
If you had a half gallon of the same ice cream, and then you scooped 3 different scoops out of it and gave it to somebody and said, to all these people, they're all exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And would you then take a poll of which one of those scoops they like the best, and then distribute based on that poll?
Say that again.
Well, okay, you got 100 people.
Okay.
And here you've got this, not a half gallon, you got a limitless vat of vanilla ice cream. It's the same thing.
Okay.
The same product.
Mm-hmm.
And you take these 100 people and you give them 3 bowls of 1 scoop each.
Okay. Of the same ice cream.
Same ice cream. You say, okay, tell me whether it's bowl 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
And then you're going to get some people say 1, some people say 2, some people say 3.
Okay. That's because the
Then how do
diversity
you
of
use
the
that
people.
information? Yeah, but how do you use that information then to
You use the
market-
information
to-
because
to
it turned out
produce and
exactly
market-
like you wanted it, because you only chose to use 1 ice cream rather than 3 and dupe your public into thinking that there's 3
So-
things there.
So what would you do? That just
You
what
could
if-
sell
what
your
if-
ice cream.
What if bowl 1 was the winner most of the time? Would you then market bowl 1
Sure.
with the same exact ice cream?
So that's what you wanted. That's how you set the test up. So that no matter which one they chose, you won.
So that means you
you
have to-
market
no,
your ice cream,
so that
whether
means
it's
you take-
lousy or
Wait a
good.
minute, so that means you take your limitless vat of your vanilla ice cream,
And you
whatever,
sell it.
and you put it into bowl 1, take it out and distribute that, because it's only being in bowl 1 that makes it good or bad. I mean,
See, it's this kind of crap again. That you know, he makes.
it's not a
Well, what
specious
else is
argument.
going
Don't
on
give up.
this
Don't
week?
give up. He'll win.
I'm not giving. He's going to win because we'll just
he'll win by
ignore him for
default.
the rest
It's
of the
not
day.
a specious argument. There's a
The
there's
Gateway
meaning here.
Cup bicycle races this weekend too, Mike. You can go see that on Friday. It's going to be in different places on different days. Lafayette Square, but that's already passed. That's yesterday.
I see. All right.
Today it's going to be at the Green Tree Criterium. What's a criterium? I thought that was something
Never heard
that
of
things are based on.
It's a criterion.
Criterion? Oh,
Yeah.
Criterion. You're right. Wait, what's a criterion? The race begins at Arcelia. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The race begins and ends at the... Is a criterium a tennis court? It begins and ends at the tennis courts in Kirkwood Park.
I've never heard him called.
I've
a
never heard it
criterion.
called a criterium. Hey, I'm going to go down to the criterium and hit a few rounds. No, what do you do? Play a few sets.
Volleys.
Play a few sets.
Volleys, sets, yeah.
Play a few sets. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
On Sunday, it's going to be on the hill, the Giro della Montagna.
Hello?
Yes, hello, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on?
Not too much.
Oh, I was just listening to you guys. I was driving up to the hill.
We're just arguing about stupid stuff.
Well, that's what you guys do on Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, I generally like to have for breakfast whatever I had for supper the night before.
Oh, really? So you're a leftover guy?
Oh, yeah, baked beans or...
Or do you just
eggs.
kind of regurgitate it and then have that?
No, that really upsets my stomach.
Oh, yeah, it would.
No. And the other thing on the preconceived
Yeah,
notions or whatever,
okay.
it reminded me of a story I heard about a guy who refinishes furniture.
Uh-huh.
And when he was an apprentice, he went to some gal's house with the instructor, and she had a water spot on one of her end tables.
Oh, man.
So they worked on the water spot and got it out, and then the old guy says, "I want to show you something." So he took the drawers out of each one and swapped them and put the bed table that they just finished in the one corner, and the undamaged table where they worked on the other one. She came in and said, "Well, it looks pretty good, but I can still see some of the water spot."
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
she thought that
Well,
they were
that's my
still
opinion.
working on the same table.
I agree with you. Colin.
So then, in that case, then if everybody thinks that way, and you're saying that pretty much everybody would, we only have to make one thing in the whole world, and everybody can just think that it's whatever they want it to be.
Right.
Then that'll be great. It'll make things easier. You only have to build one plant to make everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So-
So you got to keep an open mind.
Oh, I guess that's it. I guess that's me. I'm Mr. Close-minded.
what
here.
it is you make one product and you package it differently.
There you go. Yeah, you put it in 3 different things.
Well, they do that already.
Sure, they do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at cars.
What? Well, you mean the chassis and stuff's the same?
Yeah,
you
and
just
the
call it
engine,
something.
everything's the same. Everything inside's the same. It's just the body's different. That's all. You package it differently. That's the packaging.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm
All right,
going to break.
thanks.
Thanks a lot.
But no, that's a ludicrous argument.
Okay,
No, it
that's
is.
fine, Dan. I'm sure it is.
No, it is. And the
I'm
reason
sure
it's
it is.
ludicrous, the reason it's ludicrous, Jim, is because part of the appeal of the car is what it looks like to you. So if you
Well,
have
then
a
if
car,
you package the ice cream differently, then what's the difference?
because you don't really
You put a
necessar-
red
no.
box on one, you put a white
No,
box
no,
on
no,
the other.
no,
What's
that's-
the difference?
Yeah, because that's
Well, I
no,
like red
wrong-
better.
no,
I buy the
no.
red ice cream.
No, bad argument because
Oh, bad argument.
No, it is
See, and
because-
it goes back to all this philosophy crap.
no, it isn't. It's a matter of the outside of a car is just as important many times to people as the inside of a car. What it looks like on the outside because you're driving it all the time. The package of ice cream is not as big of a deal.
It is if you like red and you don't like white.
But you don't. I don't think you don't buy those things based on whether it's red or white packaging.
See,
You
now he's
buy-
talking for all the masses again, Mike. He's saying what they like and what they don't
No,
like.
I'm just
That
saying that people
figures.
don't buy ice cream on the basis of the package. They might. I'm not saying.
Okay.
Okay, I realize you can doctor up a package to make it more appealing, but people don't buy it because of the package. They buy it because it's ice cream. What is that? Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Anyway, so what's up, Mike?
I'm sorry. I'm just doing
Let's
a
play
reading
something.
now. Yeah, we can do
That would be great.
Alrighty.
Maybe
You know
maybe
you were wrong about that.
I'm wrong all the time, Jason.
No,
so
you're
what
not. You're
difference
not
does it
always
make?
wrong. You're just wrong about that. And you're also wrong about breakfast.
Okay.
I,
Yeah, I'm wrong about breakfast.
You are.
Sure
I mean,
can.
it's like just this. It's a silly, biased opinion again. He just easily like to be. Why did I bring it here? I got a good argument for you. And good,
Play
and
the
good.
music, Mike.
I'll bring
Thanks
in three.
so much.
I'll bring in 3 bean burritos. 3 different bean. Now there's another one. There's another one. His opinion. There's no difference between Mae West and Mrs. Miller.
Because it sounded,
That's his
the way
opinion.
she was
It sounded to
phrasing it,
him
it
as
sounded
if-
a lot like Mae West singing.
I hate to I hate for having him rather set me up with a blind date. You know. I mean, I just.
Well, at
It would
least
be
she would be
frightening, wouldn't it?
blind. At least I could
would be
present it as a real thing
That's right.
instead
Very
of presenting
good.
it as something that
Bravo.
it is not.
You cannot
Bravo.
tell the difference. In your opinion, there's no qualitative difference between Mae West and Mrs. Miller.
Did I say that?
Well, you implied that.
No, I did not. All I said is I think it sounds like Mae
Hi,
West.
you're on the air.
Hey, guys, it's Joe Reference.
Hey,
Hi,
Joe.
Joe, boy, I hadn't heard from you in a
How's
while.
it going?
You haven't missed
Well, he's always asleep. That's why.
No, I'm usually actually out this time of day.
Out?
Taking care of errands and stuff.
Wow.
And having no life means.
But nothing's open at this time of the morning. What would you be doing?
You know what's open?
Well,
the place where you
the
can get a green
store.
burrito. The place where you can get a green chili burrito
jeez.
and bean burrito. I can get you one.
Oh,
of those 'cause
that's
it's
why he
open in
only
the
brings
morning.
that because it's the only place it's open.
Actually, it's mostly yard work.
How are you, Joe?
So what's up?
Yourself? Well, I wanted to let you know about Criterion, which of course is a bicycle race. And I've been hearing this word for years, and finally decided I'd look it up to find out where it's from. It turns out in all the dictionaries I own, and I own a lot of dictionaries,
I know that.
it's not listed. There's one.
Really?
There's one listing for Criterion, the word in the OED, the Oxford English Dictionary, and it is an obsolete version of the word criterion.
Okay.
So these bicyclish fops are exactly that. They're just foppish twits who like to put a fancy word on bicycles.
I see.
Now,
Now, a bicycle arena is a velodrome, right?
I believe so.
Velodrome.
what's an odium?
I don't have my dictionary here. I'm on the front porch.
Well, I
now,
just
but-
came out of there. There's an odium in there.
No, there's a place.
Yeah,
There's
my
a place.
guess would be that it's a Greek word for theater.
It probably maybe
Oh,
it is.
okay.
Maybe that's it. Because there's a theater in
like-
Chicago. I think called the
Odeon.
Odeon.
Oh, yeah.
There's an Odeon in London. There's an Odeon in Los Angeles. You know, it's
Well, then what's a Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon.
I guess a small Odeon, huh?
Was the little
No, it's a
theater?
nickel to here.
A little theater in a
No,
shop or something?
Nickelodeon, but it's an Odeum. It's not the Odeon. I don't think. It's
Odeon. Okay, it's a different
But a
entity.
Nickelodeon would be a nickel for a show. Then.
Yeah,
isn't
a
it?
cheap theater, yeah.
There you
Right.
go. A cheap theater. There you go. The People's Theater.
Right. And whatever the operations research and epidemiological studies might indicate, in any regard, at base, what happened with regard to the ice cream and Schober,
Yeah.
you misled him. That's all there is to it. You misled him.
That's right. See?
If you can live with that, that's
Bottom
fine.
line.
No, first of all, how could you mislead? You mislead them. You don't put any. You don't agree with me at all that it's weird if somebody tastes the exact same thing.
I'm not commenting on that. I'm saying you misled him.
Amen.
Everything else
Yep.
is you know.
Is what it is, but
argument.
you misled the person
There
at the
are three
beginning.
words that are pertinent here. You misled him.
All right. So
Way to go, Joe. You know how to get to the quick of the problem there.
And see, everything else is obfuscation, and that's what Schober's good at.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Get that one on tape, Mike.
Yeah, it's here. It's here.
In the judicial system, in court situations, when say Perry Mason, and look, you remember old Perry Mason shows.
Oh, of course.
Now, what ultimately happened is that he would wind up, well, in your words, misleading the accused
See
or
how
whatever,
desperate he is?
so
Oh, yeah,
that the
he's
person would
extremely
eventually
desperate.
wind up, implicating themselves. And then your opinion would be, well, it wasn't fair. He misled him. The fact that the guy was lying through his teeth wasn't the important thing. It was that Perry Mason misled him into incriminating himself.
Yeah, of course, two different sets of circumstances. I don't think Findlay was criminally
Inclined.
Well, Finley, you don't know Finley like I know Finley.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but you didn't convict him of anything. There is no wrongdoing here.
That's right.
Except on your
It was
part,
it was
Jake.
supposed to be an
and I'm not even
innocent
saying
test.
And I'm not even saying that Schober was wrong. I'm just saying that at base, you misled him.
Okay.
Whether that's right or wrong
All right.
is not relevant.
Then
right
I agree
now.
with you, Joe.
It's
I-
a fact. It's just a fact that you misled him. If you can live with that,
Joe,
everything's fine.
Joe,
I want to publicly apologize to Finley for misleading him in the great ice cream test. However, it doesn't change the fact that he has no idea about the ice cream. His opinion is ridiculous when it's the same ice cream and he's saying that one is better than the other.
And this is all true. But at base, what I'm saying is that you misled him.
Joe,
you
if there
don't
was
believe
any way,
that-
if there was any way to get 100 people in here, and we could do that same test on 100 people, probably 95 of them would say the same thing I did.
Yeah, and that may be. But as long as Schober can live with the fact.
That's right. That he misleads people
I am
and then
struggling-
Yeah, as long
and
as
then
you
says
live
they're
with it, Schober,
stupid for
that
doing it.
You can go sleep well at night.
There
I
you
am
go.
struggling hard. I'm struggling hard.
He
to live
doesn't
with this.
sleep at night. He only gets 3 hours of sleep a night. That's the problem.
That's because of the kind of person I am, Joe. I finally have to come out and say it. It's because I misled Finley on the ice cream test that I can't sleep well.
That's it. That's
There you
exactly
go.
it. And you're paying.
I
You're
think we
paying
need
every
to
night.
wait
That's
for your-
good.
Dr. Schwade would be proud of us.
Good.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Explanation.
Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, I think you guys were on track on something on that packaging thing.
Yeah.
You talk about the red ice cream package and the white ice cream
Right.
package.
Right.
Isn't it a matter of aesthetics or something?
Sure it is. Sure it
but
is.
No, but see, that's a different. It's a subtle difference in the argument that Finley doesn't understand.
Oh, okay, well,
Because I'm an idiot.
I'm going to give you an example of something.
You implied I was an idiot.
Are you familiar with what a VW Passat looks like?
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, how about the VW Beetle?
Well, they're not
Sure.
the same.
The new VW Beetle.
Right.
Yeah, they're not
Okay,
the same.
It's the exact same car with a VW Beetle body on it. That's all it is. It's the
Okay.
same car.
Beetle Bobby?
Yes.
Beetle Bobby.
Beetle Bobby!
Beetle body. Yeah.
But
That's all it is. It's just a different body on it. And
Sure
somebody
it
likes
is.
the VW Beetle look, and somebody likes the Passat look.
The
Yeah,
car
so
can't
that
dance
wasn't
either.
that wasn't the point, though. That wasn't the point of that argument.
Okay,
What I
well,
was
then
trying
give
to
it to
say,
me.
what I was trying to say there is that with a packaging, like say for ice cream, if you take the same vanilla ice cream and package it in a red box,
Right.
or package it in a blue box, it's not as important because the people open it up and take the ice cream out. But for people driving a car around, many times they like the look of the car. It'd be like saying, if I had let's say a Mercedes, which I don't, but if I did,
You wish you did.
I wish I did. But
Yeah.
if
No,
I
his
did-
car's much more expensive than
Oh
that.
right. Oh sure it is. Yeah. It's 95.
Euro, right?
Yeah, a 95 Camry.
Oh,
But-
what about that huge thing
That's a
you drive
company
around?
car. That's a company
Oh, it's a
car.
company car.
Mhm.
There we go again. There's this subtle distinction between company and his car,
No,
which
it's
he
not.
owns both of.
No,
see?
I don't.
Tax write-off.
Yeah.
I don't. But anyway, the point is, if
Jay, there have been millions and millions of dollars spent on advertising studies that show that if you put packages on a shelf and people who have never tasted that product before come by and look at it,
Right.
they'll choose one over another.
I
Now,
understand-
that's not
I,
valid?
No, I agree with that.
No,
but that's,
you're correct on that. It's true.
I agree with that,
Absolutely
but that's
right.
not the
And it could
point.
be the exact
It's
same
not the
product.
point. You said it's the look doesn't matter. Of course the look
No,
matters.
the look matters to what products you might
Well,
buy.
it comes down like somebody will go shop at like one grocery store that's a discount store, and somebody else will go, no, I got to go to the expensive store, because
Yeah.
I like the packaging.
Right.
And it's the same food.
Same stuff. It just has a nicer package on it.
Right. And
Right.
you end up paying 3 times as much, but because you're so snooty or whatever, I got to have this particular brand.
Well, how about this? Would you go shop at Big Lots Parachutes?
Sure, why not?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I've never seen him sink this low before.
I know. He's really grabbing now.
Yeah, I
He's
was
reaching.
in 101st Airborne. I would not go to Big Lots parachute.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thanks for
Okay, there
calling.
you go.
Bye.
Congratulations, you were in the 101st.
Well, if you're any
Congratulations.
kind of parachutist, you would know that you have to inspect your chute before you use it anyway. So
I respect the guy who was in the 101st, so he's probably right. He's righter than you are.
of course,
no,
everybody's
hold
right.
that thought.
What? And we're joined by Cletus, from the voice of Saturday morning here. And Jay, you're going to present the experiment here.
We've been having a big argument this morning about, not an argument, a discussion. Cleve,
No, an argument.
yeah, about the quality of baked goods.
All right.
Yeah. And
Okay.
we need your opinion.
All right.
Okay, on the
And
quality-
folks, this is what you get for not listening because I just walked into this cold. I guarantee
that's perfect.
you.
This is
See,
perfect.
we've been bringing various baked goods from various places
And I know you have.
for a number of years
And sharing them.
and sharing them. And we've had our little arguments about which is the best.
Disagreements.
Yeah. mhm.
So, we want you to test this.
All right.
And it's just
'Cause
three.
we
there-
know.
There are three of us.
We have opinions.
There are three of us, and we have our opinions.
Yeah.
And, okay, we'll make it quick. Then you got to get ready for your show.
Do I have to tell you what insect is in here?
No,
Or-
no adulterations at
No
all.
adulterations. These
Okay.
are these are baked. These are baked goods from local baked goods
Oh, okay.
manufacturers.
Baked goods
okay.
place.
I'm ready.
But you need to close your eyes.
All right.
Okay, now hold on. Number one. Hold on.
Is this a touch or a taste?
No, Taste, you just eat it.
I don't know, but you're soaking in it.
I don't know, but you're
Sorry.
All right, here we go.
They're all donuts, just so
All
you
right.
know.
All right.
That's number one. Then you should cleanse your palate between each one.
That's right.
All right, so remember that one.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
You ready?
Number two.
Number. Here,
Not
hold on.
literally.
Mark this down. I just said. Hold on. Did you mark it?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay.
Here's number two.
They may be a little different in size, but don't let that affect your opinion. All right, number two.
Don't let us know yet. Just remember 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, cleanse your palate.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yep.
and finally, number three.
And then the other thing is there's the same type of donut. So we haven't changed.
Yeah.
We don't have, you know.
Yeah, they're all glazed.
Right?
Okay.
Or-
Yeah,
There
they're,
you
yeah.
go.
The two have been glazed so
Yeah,
far.
so, okay. And the third is also. So number three.
Oh, that's a Krispy Kreme.
Okay.
Cha-ching,
All right.
cha-ching.
So-
Okay. All right.
All right.
So now, what is your opinion? Which one's the best?
My opinion, the third one's the best.
Okay.
Amen. We win.
Enough said.
Now said. That's great.
All right.
That's perfect.
Okay.
That is just perfect.
Thank you, Cletus.
Checking the mail, Jim?
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks very much. Now, what did that prove except that he's just like you?
Now what did that prove?
Yeah, what did that prove? It proved that you're the idiot. That everybody would do the same thing given
He's
the choices
exactly like
you
you.
presented to him. Schober. You just don't get it, do you? You're too damn analytical.
How can you?
That was so perfect.
I know. I knew it would happen.
Well,
I knew it would happen. You set him up to give that kind of answer. And he's laughing. Look, he thinks it's the funniest thing he's
I'm
ever
not
heard.
laughing. It's just the same with you. You did exactly the same thing.
That's right, because everybody is
But how
like
do you
me.
explain-
Most people are not like you.
How do you explain that then?
It's,
Now, what
it's,
is that-
it's normal, quote, normal behavior. When you're set up to think that you're given three choices, then you think you're given three choices, where in fact you're given one choice.
But it has nothing to do with the actual content of
Doesn't
the,
matter, Jay. You're setting them up to think there's going to be a difference between the three. And
And that's the power of suggestion.
And you
sure it
don't
is.
think-
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't think there's any that has any effect whatsoever, any relationship or relevance to marketing and consumerism and what
No,
what you like
Jay.
and dislike?
It just means that you're and you know, it was summed up
So what
quite
if he
nicely
says- what if he says
by
gosh,
reference
Joe
a
reference?
Joe reference book. You deceived them, Jay.
But
That's
that
the
doesn't-
bottom line.
But as I brought up in my now famous Perry Mason argument,
Now, famous Perry
the
Mason.
fact that Perry Mason set them up doesn't make them
No,
any less of a criminal.
It's di-
Are they-
different
are you
context,
gonna
Jay.
say- are you
Different
gonna say
context.
They're not criminals because Perry Mason set them up. to
Different
trick
context, though.
themselves?
We didn't do anything wrong. We're just merely you asked us for our opinion, and you set us up to think there's going to be three different choices. So you're looking for differences. So you're tasting different things. Who knows?
But
I
how
don't know
could you
why,
be-
but it's the same.
how can
You
you be
did it to
tasting-
100 people, probably 99 would give the same
How
answer.
can you be tasting different things when it's exactly the same product?
Also, you don't give them enough choices. If you would say, is one better than the other? Are they all the same? You'll give them the choice of choosing, are they all the same? And maybe they would choose all the same at one point. But if you only say which one is better, they're going to give you a choice of one. Every time. I think every time. Now, I'm even more convinced that it would be every time.
And your argument about the Perry Mason theory,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
it doesn't hold water because
That's just to cover your
fiction.
butt.
It's fiction.
Well, okay, but it doesn't have to be Perry Mason. It could be any. You name Miller, F. Lee Bailey. He's a defense lawyer. But look, get a prosecutor, a famous prosecutor,
Okay, Marsha Clark.
Marsha Clark. But if she tricked someone into,
It's different, Jay, because they're
because-
not going to tell. They're not going to get up on the stand and say, "Yeah, I killed him."
Does that make it any less effective?
Doesn't matter in that
hurting
case.
less effective.
You're trying to serve justice here.
Does that make
We're
him
not
any
trying to
less of a
serve
criminal?
anything but somebody's taste buds.
Yeah,
here.
here you're serving ice cream and donuts.
Yeah, and donuts. It doesn't have any
just-
bearing on the public or the public's safety
No,
or
it
anything. We
doesn't,
want to
but
get
it
these
has-
people off the street by any means
But
possible,
it has bearing.
as long as they're guilty.
It has bearing on you claiming that you have an opinion about ice cream products or donuts.
That's right.
I mean, it'd be like if Clint sat down here and said, I can tell a Krispy Kreme donut anywhere, and there's nothing like it, and I can tell when something's Krispy Kreme and something's not.
That's what he just said, basically.
but-
oh, yeah, this one's a Krispy Kreme.
Yes, but the
he didn't
first-
say that about the other two, see?
Right, but they were Krispy Kremes.
Well, I know, but see,
So he
it's just-
doesn't. He can't tell the difference either.
okay.
It was the power of
And nobody else
suggestion.
could. Most
You
people,
told
I
him
didn't
it was
tell
from
him.
different.
I didn't tell him the other ones were not Krispy Kremes.
you told them they were
They were
from
different places.
bakery places in the area.
You planted that little seed.
That's right. And you know
He
it.
reacted as any normal human
Yeah.
being would
Okay,
react.
they're different. I'm going to find a difference
No,
here, and he
but what
found
you
a
would do,
difference.
you would take 3 bites as different of the same donut, and you'd say, "Gosh, they're from different bakeries, but they taste exactly the same." That would be the proper response.
Well, I bet you, and if there was any way I could do it, Jay, I would do it, and I bet 95% would give an answer of one or the other, of one of the three that's better than the rest. And you know it would be that way.
But what does that tell you about
It
opinion?
doesn't tell you anything. It just tells you that you set them up you set them up so that you could call them idiots. That's what you did.
First of all, I didn't call Cletus an idiot.
No, you called me an idiot.
No,
So
I
that's
think-
okay.
I think you have to take that back now
I do.
because I think the experiment you just conducted proves it.
that we're all
Well,
idiots.
well, the only thing I would say,
And you're
about
the only one, Jay, who would say that they're all the same.
I would. But here's the thing, Mike. Cletus didn't go around saying, "Oh, I can tell a Krispy Kreme donut." anyway."
see, now
Oh,
he has to go to another part of it.
Yeah.
The whole
Brand new
idea of the
argument.
original one was to prove that it didn't make a damn bit of difference, which we did. We did prove that. With Cletus, at least Cletus was not going around claiming that was the case, where Jim was. So I got a little more joy out of the one with Jim than with.
I imagine you did.
Of course.
But what are friends for?
Anything
Yeah.
at my expense, he would get
Yeah.
more joy out of. Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, it's 7:55. We pretty much frittered away a whole day here. All right, I just got 2 more. This is from the New York Daily Record. For some context, consider these numbers from the same year as reported by the Cleveland Plain Dealer. 91% of clergy were men, 92% of engineers were men, 90% of men were dentists. I don't know. And finally, a sign near Amber Fort, Jaipur, Rajasthani, India. Elephant complaints here. Elephant complaints here, yeah. Nice.
You mean
sign.
what? Like she's late?
The elephant?
Yeah.
The elephant?
Female complaints.
No, elephant complaints. No, like
Well,
if
female
elephants have complaints, I
I'm
should
late.
go there. No,
You
they make me carry too many logs. I only want to carry 5 logs a day, not 25.
I just blow retained water so much.
Yeah.
I went to the.
And my
I wanted
nipples
to
are tender.
I would have changed the name of that disease to rhinocerositis.
That's right. That's right.
It's just making us look bad.
They don't give me a good place to put the dust on my back.
The hippopotamus man.
Mm-hmm. to me.
An animal.
I am a hippopotamus.
Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, we'll be back
Have a
next
good
week.
weekend, everyone.
Yeah, we'll be
Good
back
3-day
next week.
weekend.
God willing, and the creek don't
Is
rise and
elephantitis actually a
the ice
disease?
cream don't
Yes.
melt.
I mean, I know it's a condition, but do they actually call it elephantitis?
Yes,
or
they
is it-
do.
That's
Yes.
not, it can't be the real name for it.
Yes, that is the real name for it.
Well, it's the
Elephantitis.
real layperson's
like a-
name, isn't
yeah.
it? It's just the layperson's name. It's not the
Are you
syndrome
sure that's
name.
not- okay.
I don't think it's the syndrome name. I think it's just the layperson's name for it.
That's because see, elephants get a bad rap.
That's okay. They got big ones.
Oh, rhinoceros-titis.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Hippopotamus-titis.
Yeah, okay, I understand now.
Okay. We'll be out of here.
Have a
Cletus,
good
Yeah,
3
we're
days,
going.
safe weekend.
and actually, Cletus,
Yeah, have fun. There's all kinds of stuff to do. Go
That's
out and do
right.
something.
Contribute to muscular dystrophy. The guys will be out with the boots.
And-
the firemen will be out with the boots.
Oh, that's right.
Put
And-
something in there.
And if you go to the county fair and air show, that goes to the some proceeds of it go
Most
to
of
the Children's Miracle Network. So go out and participate in that too. So thanks.
and Cletus will be doing last week's tape show from the focal point of a Song Circle of Friends today.
Oh, that's right, because it's the first day of September.
Right.
Wow.
So you want to be around for that.
Okay.
Cletus Harding will be here in just a minute, the voice of Saturday morning. Who doesn't know a Krispy Kreme from a hole in the ground?
Oh, that's it. Now giving. See, that's why. Ooh,
What?
just want to
Just 'cause it's
Cletus,
point-
come here and strangle this guy for me, will you? See? Yeah. Well, you should get it.
Cletus is
Here,
too
I'll
busy
show
to
you how to
strangle.
do it. All right, it goes like this.
And with that, I think we'll just fade on out.
See you next week.
See you next week. Thanks, guys.